Into the woods for 2015, let's hope it's worth the journeying. My New Year's resolution is to be like this kid.
Geeks of the Week!
Everyone's already gushed about the new opening from Blue Tunes, but I'm gonna do it again because it's fantastic and he's amazing. Steph talked about wanting to be an elf, and oddly enough, with absolutely no awareness of that, I decided to finally do a Tariel cosplay. Wig! And I'm gonna make my own bow out of PVC pipe, and I'm super excited because Lord of the Rings is actually the reason I fell in love with archery in the first place in like middle and high school, and I am so excited to make my own bow. Jake, a Kigurumi New Year's party sounds fantastic and super comfortable. Lulu wasn't here this week, but she has ALA coming up next weekend, so she's probably caught up in a costume tornado right now. Good luck to her and everyone else that's working on stuff for ALA at the moment. And Mario, you know I already saw it on Instagram, but I loved the kryptonite gift. That's fantastic. And I'm glad you've been using the power of your badge to keep Defiance safe. One day, we will join forces. And thank you for the pin you sent me for my birthday. I have been working on all of the spaceships, and I'm excited to finally make Scotty a reality. As for the new director of the next Star Trek movie, although his big projects have been the Fast and Furious movies, he's also directed 3 excellent episodes of Community, and he directed the pilot episode of that new show Scorpion that I fell in love with. So I'm actually gonna hold some hope out for him. I'm going to hold out hope for him, is what I meant to say. Alright, so I'm gonna start off the year with some TV and movie reviews. Doctor Who's Christmas episode Last Christmas, and Into the Woods. So this year's Christmas special was basically Inception with a sassy Santa Claus thrown in. Didn't really care for it. I really wanted to love it because I was so excited to see Nick Frost as Santa Claus. I love Nick Frost, he's fantastic. And he actually did a really good job, and I enjoyed that Santa Claus was basically just like a giant sarcastic dick to the Doctor. It was hilarious. But other than that, like, the dream within a dream thing became really redundant and predictable. But my biggest problem with the episode is that it didn't make me feel anything. Usually the Christmas episodes give me emotions, and with this one there was nothing. I think maybe it would have if the moment where Clara was old and the Doctor thought he hadn't seen her in decades was actually the reality, but it wasn't. And the 2D side characters that are becoming more and more of a common problem. Osgood, the girl in this special, they're adorably dorkable and they have funny one-liners, but beyond that, they're not a real person. They don't feel like a real character. I can't get invested in the story of something that I don't feel is real. But I know I've already gone on this rant in a previous video, so I'm gonna move on to Into the Woods, which I did enjoy a lot. Into the Woods is easily one of my favorite musicals, and I was afraid when I heard it was being adapted into a movie, but then the more I saw the commercials, the more excited I got, and I was not let down. I actually think this was a really good adaptation. Not perfect, of course. No adaptations are ever, like, really perfect, but I was happy with it. Yes, it was made by Disney, so they changed it up a bit to make it a bit more kid-friendly, mainly the wolf. In the play, he's very much a metaphor for sexual temptation, and Red Riding Hood is portrayed as a little bit older, but in the movie, he's just kind of a general stranger danger sort of metaphor, and I was okay with that. I think the main thing I missed from the play was the inclusion of the narrator as an actual character. In the play, the narrator is actually someone standing on the stage telling little bits of the story as it goes on, and at one point, the characters take notice of him, and because they're unhappy with the way he's telling their stories, basically the narrator gets ejected from the play. Not only is it hilarious, but it's a major turning point for both the characters and the audience, because for the characters, it's when they've decided to take hold and take control of their own stories and make their own decisions. And for the audience, like, suddenly we're missing that buffer between us and the darkness of where the stories in the play are going. But at the same time, I do understand that not really working in a movie format, so I do appreciate what they did do with the narration, wrapping it from the end back to the beginning, and bringing the narrator into the story in a different way. It also cut out a secondary part of the prince's stories that brings in Snow White and Sleeping Beauty, and a reprise of their song Agony, but as that doesn't really affect the rest of the story as a whole, I understood them cutting that out as well. Although I was very sad that we didn't get to see them sing Agony again, because their performance of the first one was freaking fantastic and hilarious. I loved all of the actors, but I have to highlight Meryl Streep as the witch because she was so awesome. Chris Pine was perfectly over the top with Prince Charming. Everyone was great. The movie was great, and I really want to see it again. I'm curious though if anyone went to see it that hasn't seen the play or didn't know any of the story beforehand, and what you thought about it. And I think that's— oh no, I forgot, Steph asked about Christmas presents. I got a couple camera equipment things for filming, new tripod, new spider base. I got Hannah Hart's My Drunk Kitchen cookbook, which is freaking hilariously written. I love reading it, and I can't wait to actually try out some of the recipes to see if they legitimately make food. And I got this little Batman switchblade that's tiny and awesome. Shink, shink, Batman. It's actually the only weapon I own that's small enough to carry around with me, so that's cool. And like Steph said, if there's anything new you'd like to see from us this year, let us know. New or if you want to see more of something we've done at one point. I know we want to do more theme weeks because those are always fun. And I've seen some suggestions about doing like a group live stream. That would be fun if we can get that to work out with like schedules and everything. That's the only complication there, but it would definitely be fun. So yeah, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2015. Hope everyone has an awesome weekend, stay geeky, and we'll see you next week. I was about to say I don't have as many bloopers as I do in my older videos, but then I realized I was closing sharp blades and maybe I shouldn't say that.